Hello guys, how are you? So today we're going to do the revision on interest computation. So if you look at this question is actually from the past year questions that I have uploaded in your Facebook group, in your DIBS Facebook group. Yep. So, but some of you still might have a difficulty to understand the question requirement, what they are trying to ask, what is the story is about, how to apply the formula and all about that. So today we will slowly clear all your doubts. Yeah, slowly we will clear out your doubts. Yeah, it might be take some time, but you have to revision. Yeah. So let me tell you how to understand the question, what they are trying to ask, and all about that. So look at it. Question one. So this is on the first topic, which is interest computation. Okay, and if you look at the now before you go into the question, the first golden rule is you must go and read the required first. Go and see the required first. What is the required they asking for? Look at the required for the part A. Calculate the rate of what? Simple interest per annum. So they want the rate. It means the R, which is the percentage, is how much? The interest rate. And using what formula? Simple interest formula. So, without looking at anything further, straight away on your part A, please put in the formula first. So they want the simple interest, which is R equals to PRT. That's it. Put the formula in first. You already get 1 marks for that, for the formula. So R equals to PRT. Then go into the story. Look at the story now. A bank successfully tendered 1976. So let us cut down the zeros here. Easy for us to calculate. Cut down the zeros. You don't need to use so many zeros. Cut down the 3 zeros. Easy for you. Yeah. So 1976 for a 2000 treasury bill that runs for 3 months and is to be redeemed at par. Okay. So basically they want the rate. And they gave you what? A bank successfully tender. So that means 1976 is your what? Is your P, your principal. For a 2000, that is your V. Okay, that is your V. Now, what is your V? What is mean by V? V means your accumulated amount, which is what? Principal plus the interest. It's a total amount, yeah, or we call as what? Accumulated amount, or we also call as what? Total amount. Okay. Now, over here, we need the I. Am I right? We need the interest. So therefore, V equals to P plus I. To get the I, V minus the P. So what do? You take 2000 minus what? 1976. So you will get your interest, which is what? 24. That is your interest. So our next step is they want the R. So if you reverse the formula, I over what? PT. Therefore, you take the 24, divide with what? 1976 in a bracket. What is your T? T means how many years, am I right? What is the duration? Look at that. 3, only for 3 months. So over here, 3 over 12, how much? And don't forget, you must times 100 because this is what? Percentage. So if you look at it, if you calculate, you should get how much? You should get 4.5. 4.86%. Now, standard we take 2 decimal places here. Okay, so you should get 4.86%. So that is standard. Unless they told otherwise that you must use 1 decimal places, or you round up to the 1 decimal places or whatever, then you do the rounding up. Other than that, if you never tell anything, the question never mentioned anything specifically, standard 2 decimal places. So 4.86%. So that's your rate, or we call it interest rate. So that's it. You will get 4 marks for that. Yeah. If you put the formulas, all the workings, step by step, and the answer is correct, then you get full marks, 4 marks. Yeah. So that's about A. So we're done on that. Part A. Next, the bank tenders 4650 for 5,000. Treasury bill runs for 2 years and it's due to be redeemed at par. Now, again, look at the required B1, the overall percentage. Be careful. Overall, they say overall, yeah. Overall percentage. They want the percent of what? Interest. On what? 2 years. Be careful. Previously was per annum. Now was 2 years. So therefore, what you should do? You have to calculate the interest percentage for 2 years over here. Okay? And they never mention what formula they have to use. So normally, if they just ask you to calculate the interest or whatever, that means you have to use simple interest. Okay? Simple interest again. So you go back to the working over here, to part B. Again, simple interest. So put it in the formula for the part B. R equals to PRT. Go back to the question. So again, this is your V and this is your P. Okay? So we have to find the what? The I, which is, to find the I, V minus the what? P. We will get the I. Okay? Therefore, you take your 5,000 minus your what? 4650. So how much your I? 350. So that's your I. Then so they want the R, same thing, they want the R, put it in the formula, I over PT, 350, divide with 4650, but it's going to be what? 2 years. So you will get 3.76%. But be careful, please be careful, this percentage is for per annum. When you divide, you will get the R is only for per annum, or we call it as 1 year. But the question want it for 2 years is how much. So what do you do? Not yet finished yet. Times with what? 2 years. Then you will get 7.52%. So that's going to be the final answer. Ready guys? So please be careful here. Even this also on your part A, this is per annum. This is per annum. So we got no problem because they're asking for what? If you look at the part A, they're asking for per annum. I have already highlighted over here. It is per annum. So that's why this is going to be 4.86 going to be our final answer because that's our per annum interest rate. But however, on your part B, they're not asking for per annum, but they're asking for 2 years. If you look at it, 2 years. So over here, when you calculate, you will get for per annum, but you have to convert it into 2 years. So you times 2 years. So you'll get 7.52%. That's on your part B. Okay, let's go into the, so this is going to be your part B1. Let's go into the part B2. The rate of compound interest rate again, compound interest per annum. Be careful. So this is going to be as usual per annum. Number 2, compound interest. Put the formula in first. Okay, put the formula in first. B equals to P1 plus R power of T. Now, over here, so we are still in the same question, but they ask you to use the what? Compound interest formula. Therefore, and they ask you to find what? The R. So when you reverse the formula, R equals to V divide P in a bracket, T comes here, okay, minus 1. So that's how you reverse the formula. So therefore, over here, our T going to be what? 2 years. V going to be 5,000 over the P answer minus 1. And don't forget this is rate. It must be in percentage. Please times 100 as usual. Yeah. So calculate and see how much you get. So you should get 3.695, therefore 3.70%. Okay, so they're asking for per annum, so shouldn't have any problem. This is for per annum. Okay, so that's going to be the final answer, per annum. So that's working for that. Using what? Compound interest. So we are done with these two. So you will get 5 marks for these. So you'll do all these steps here. Next, on your part C, the bank buys a 2,500 treasury bill for 2250. 1 year later, highlight that part. Following a bailout agreement, the bank redeems the bill for 1,800. Redeems, yeah. Express the loss. So they already told you it's going to be loss because you buy for how much? The bank buy for 2250. But when you redeem, but you only redeem for what? 1,800, which is less than what you buy. This is you buy. But when you redeem, You redeem less than 2250. So therefore, it's going to be what? Loss. But we know that it lost. But they're asking how much the loss in what? Percentage. So how do you calculate for your part C? How do you calculate for your part C? They want in percentage. So it's going to be a very simple calculation. Very simple calculation. It's 2 marks. 2250 you write, am I right? So you take 2250 minus 1800. But you must remember, this is you buy and this is you redeem. And definitely it's going to be what? Loss. Loss by how much? You're going to lose by 450. It is a loss, yeah? Loss by 450. So what do? You take the 450. We already know this is our loss. This is our value, yeah? This is value. But we're going to calculate the percentage. So what do? You divide back with our original investment, okay, which is our whatever that we buy earlier. This is the amount that we buy. Amount, yeah. This is the amount that we buy for 2250. So you divide back with 2250, then you times with 100. So how much you get? Do you get 20%? So we lost by how much? We lost by 20%. So that's all. So that's how you do the all the questions on this part, on your question 1. So first you have to read the required, then you must understand carefully the story, what they are trying to tell over there. Please highlight all the parts, the months, the years, the amount, what they're trying to ask. Please highlight. Even the exam also, it is no harm for you to highlight whatever parts. It's very important. So like like how I did it over here. It's very important so that only we know what we should do on our calculation. If you don't highlight, you might forget in the exam what you should do. Okay, you won't be aware of it. If you highlight, if you write, please scrap it out your question paper. It's no harm. That's why they give you the question paper to scrap it out. So please do some scribbles over there. Then only you know what you should do. Then only you won't forget what you should do in your calculation. Okay, guys. So that's all with the question 1. We are done. Thank you.